Oh, how you doing, Mr. DJ? Caught off guard. The camera's on, so let's go ahead and be on. And got a lot of great information on this record. Some fun tidbits on this record at number 27 on my fantasy playlist, July 30th, 1989. A number one R&B hit. Crawled to number 42 on Billboard's Hot 100, not known to the pop audience, but if you grew up on the R&B back in the 80s and 90s, you probably remember this song, Turn Away by Chuckii Booker. He had about four, five, six R&B hits in the late 80s, early 90s. He had two number one R&B hits, including this one, Turn Away. Multi-instrumentalist, he played the keyboards, the bass guitar. He played all of his own. He played all the instruments on this record. Cut in one day. Didn't take long to make this record at all. Chuckii Booker, his godfather, Barry White, the maestro Barry White, started working at Barry White's production company back in 1984, became a member, the keyboard player of a group called Tease. They were signed to Epic Records. He left the band, and Chuckii Booker replaced this guy, became a keyboard player for Tease, the group Tease, for about 3 years. He was on their second and third album, hooked up with Gerald Albright. Remember Gerald Albright, the jazz saxophone player, started releasing albums in 1987, not known to the pop audience, but R&B, jazz, well known in that field. In the late 80s, 90s, into the 2000s, I'm sure you remember, a lot of you remember Gerald Albright. If you're into the R&B music back in the late 80s and 90s, going back in the day, well, he played on Chuckii Booker played on Gerald Albright's album. But Chuckii Booker, very talented, he wanted to express himself. He wanted to branch out and do his thing. He sent a demo tape. There's a guy named Raymond Shields. Raymond Shields, he was the manager of Gerald Albright. Chuckii Booker put together a demo tape of instrumental jams, side one, instrumental jams. But he forgot that on the other side of the demo tape, when he submitted a demo tape to Raymond Shields, Chuckii Booker forgot that he had put originals, his originals, him singing on homemade demos on the second side of the demo, second side of the tape, when he submitted it to Raymond Shields. Well, bottom line is, Raymond Shields, he listened to the instrumental jams, he listened to the other side of the tape, to Chuckii Booker singing his originals, and he liked it. He got Chuckii Booker signed to Atlantic Records. So he works on this debut album, Chuckii Booker. He hooks up with another guy. His name was Donnell Spencer Jr. Donnell Spencer Jr. He played in Gerald Albright's band. And they knew each other, him and Chuckii Booker. Now, Chuckii Booker, he had finished another track. It was among the last tracks for his debut album. And he presented it to Donnell Spencer, have him listen to it. And Donnell Spencer said, "Man, this is one serious track. This is one dope track. Have you written any lyrics for this track yet?" Well, Chuckii Booker did not write any lyrics. And Donnell Spencer Jr., he put in the hook. He laid in the hook, Turned Away. And then him and Chuckii Booker, they piled on this record. They wrote the song. They wrote it, Turn Away. Man, cool record. Got that atmospheric, that classic atmospheric R&B beat to it. Kind of reminds me a little bit of an Al B. Sure record like Night and Day in 1988. But now, Chuckii Booker didn't think this record was going to be a hit, much less go to number one. No way. This is just different from what I've done before. It's just different sounding. Nobody's going to like this record. But a woman, her name, Sylvia Rhone. She was the head of artists and repertoire at Atlantic Records. She thought otherwise. She thought this song could go places. And she selected it as the first single off the album. Went to number one R&B. How about that? Chuckii Booker. Yes, indeed. I believe I covered all the basics on this record. I was just seeing if there was anything else that I missed. I don't think I did. Chuckii Booker at number 27 on my fantasy playlist with Turn Away.